Hello, welcome back. So don't worry, for starters, you're not coming on a flight with me, don't worry. I'm not dragging you somewhere. I'm actually on standby for a flight, so I've just got to stand here in uniform all afternoon pretty much. Something that's exciting, which I'm waiting for, is the Volvo is out for delivery. We had a call about an hour ago saying he was in Birmingham, and he said he was going to ring us when it gets to about half an hour away. I'm just waiting for it to arrive now. So it's coming on a massive lorry, which is going to be interesting because this is the road he's got to drop it off on. It's on its way, it's arriving. I won't have time to do anything on it today, but I'll quickly show you around when it does arrive. Get in, loser, we're going shopping. Hello and welcome to my new whip. I say mine, it's not mine. It's a new car to flip. So I'm finally back home in something beginning with Volvo. And you're probably wondering, why is my cameraman sat in the back? Because that door's broke. But we'll get onto that. One sec, we just need to move it first and then I'll show you around. Oh yeah! Oh my god, imagine actually buying a car from Copart and it drives. Sit. Right, can I have the keys? Let me get the keys. Oh, thank you. Now, so this is my time to explain why on earth have I bought another Volvo. So, if you've known me for long enough, you will know that my ultimate dream car is a Volvo V60 Polestar. Can I afford a Volvo V60 Polestar? No. Can I buy cars of Copart and flip them until I can afford a V60 Polestar? Yes. So that is why we have bought this little car. It started out with the 1.2 Vauxhall Corsa, and by selling that Corsa, that has allowed us to buy this. So this is a Volvo V40. It's a 2015, and it's a very, very grotty and grubby example at that. And it's the 1.6 diesel. What the hell is that? Anyway, it's the 1.6 diesel, so it's only a little dinky engine, and it's done about 102,000 miles. That's about average for its age, but all in all, it's a very clean, tidy example. So this is the new car. Now, before we get into the nitty gritty, I'm going to show you what's actually wrong with it. Number one, it stinks. Absolutely minging in here. I don't know who owned this, but if anyone, I don't know, who's watching this video may have owned this, you're a minger. You are a vapor. Cola ice. That is so bad for your health, you shouldn't do that. Second issue is the seatbelt on the driver's side is completely jammed. I don't really know why, because it's not been in an accident or it's not been crashed. So it's really strange as to why this is completely jammed, but I suppose that's something we're just going to have to investigate by taking all of this off and seeing whether it needs a new seatbelt or whether it literally just needs, I don't know, releasing. I don't really know how seatbelts work, to be honest. And second of all, there's only two issues with this car, which is something that we're both quite proud of, actually. Buying a car off of Copart that only has two minor issues is pretty impressive. Even the delivery driver said this car will way exceeds Copart's usual, expectations. So let's give ourselves a pat on the back, Lou. Give yourself one.
Oh yeah.
Right, and the second issue is this door. It doesn't work. It doesn't open. Apparently this is a V40 thing. Apparently it happens to them all the time. There's something wrong with the locks. Apparently it was supposed to be a recall, but I'm guessing this one didn't get recalled. And there's no way that we can get this door open without taking this door card off from the inside, because there is literally no way of getting it out of the car. And I've googled it, I've spoke to some V40 owners as well on Instagram. If you did message me and help me out in regards to how to fix this, thank you. The only way we can do it is by taking this card off from the inside. I don't know whether that's going to be
easy job or a horrible job. I feel like it's probably going to be a horrible job. Push something into the lock, the door will open, and then if you spray loads of like lubricant, like WD-40 or something in the lock, it should work. It's even come with 2 keys. Both keys work. It's literally a Copart miracle. And listen to this. Bearing in mind, the last car that we bought off Copart said it ran and drive, and when it turned up, it didn't. You ready? This aircon is a dream. Ah, so nice. And that is coming from someone who has had broken aircon for a year now. Lewis is adamant that if I keep pressing this button, it's gonna work. It's not gonna work. And I didn't even mention this, I completely forgot about it. Half a tank of fuel, ladies and gentlemen. Half a tank of free, beautiful diesel. What a time to be alive. I'm just going to sit in here with this ice cold aircon blasting on me because it's gorgeous. There is currently an SRS airbag service urgent light on, which I don't quite know why that would be on. Oh my God, look, it tells you everything. So it's saying to service 3 months and another 5,500 miles. So it can't have been serviced that, well,
It's probably
that long ago. So yeah, I guess we'll...
fruit shoot.
Wow.
Hello, beautiful people. So it is the next day. It absolutely chucked it down last night. So there was no chance of us doing anything on the car then. But I have been doing my research and I am all mentally prepared for today. Job number 1 is I need to get this front passenger door open. I was doing a little bit of research last night and I saw a video on YouTube where some guy has said if you pop something into this little hole here, that should like manually release this front door. Then it'll be a lot easier for us to take the door card off and be able to actually access the lock. I'm going to pop it in here and see if that manually releases the door or not, or whether he was just telling bloody porcupines. Oh my God, I wish I had just filmed that. What the hell? So, turns out that guy wasn't telling porkies, he was telling the truth. So this little hole here, jab a screwdriver in there, click the unlock button, the door just opened straight away. I was like jabbing it in and then trying to open the door and I was like, oh, this isn't going to work. But I clicked the unlock button and I thought, let me just try and pull that handle. Opened. What I need to do now is I need to take this door card off, which from what I've seen and heard is a really easy job on these, which is amazing. And we need to actually access this deadlock. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray loads of WD-40 in there because apparently that does fix it. What happens is water will run down, it gets into the lock and it seizes it up. So fingers crossed that will fix this problem. Well, shock horror, me being me, I don't have a T25 at my mum's house. So I'm going to have to go back to our house to try and find a T25. If that's a T25 down there in my footwell, I'm going to play celebratory music. Oh, it's a T25! Yes! Get ready! So there are just 2 T25s right under there. All you need to do is just take this little cap off and I believe it should just pop off. Like that. It should just lift and come off. Oh my God, isn't that just beautiful? Why do all cars not do that? So this in here is the actual lock mechanism part, which I'm probably going to need some pliers to open that bit. And obviously I've taken the latch off the door card handle. So pulling that should obviously open the door. So I'm going to risk it and shut the door and see if... Oh, okay, so that's good. That's what we wanted to happen. So the latch is on. So me jabbing that screwdriver in must have like re-engaged the latch, which is perfect. I don't need to mess around with a screwdriver trying to get the latch back on the hook blind through this tiny little hole here. So that's perfect. So all we need to do actually is lube the lock up. Sounds a bit sus, doesn't it?
Right, I'm just testing before I jump to conclusions. So it's locked. Unlocked. Yes! Loot acquired. Unpopular opinion, love the smell of WD-40. Absolutely scrumptious. So what you want to do is you want to get this WD-40 and you want to just spray it absolutely everywhere. Don't be scared to go a little bit ham on it because you're not really going to hurt anything by spraying anything in there. Once you're sufficiently lubed up, just repeat all the steps that you did to take the door card off, put everything back together, and this lock, before you put it back on, make sure that when you test the inside handle, that moves correctly. Otherwise, you are going to get stuck, my friends. Put the two T25s back in. Bob's your uncle. Let's test it. Perfect. Fixed. There we go, let's just try locking it. So that is locked. Oh my god. Boom. Now, onto the seatbelt situation. So this is really weird because I still haven't quite worked out why on earth this seatbelt was even jammed. But to get to the seatbelt, you just need to take all the panels off, which is basically just give everything a pull and it all comes apart. It's just on metal clips. I did see a video where a guy said if you try and roll the seatbelt like this back up, it should almost like cancel out the retraction and fix it. It didn't, so that's great. So I just went ahead and decided that I'm just going to take the whole seatbelt out. So there is a 13mm bolt at the top, and then there's another 13mm at the bottom, yeah, and then there is two 8mm, which you'll see me taking off in a second. Can we just appreciate that I've finally learned to put a bolt back where you put it so you don't lose it? It's only taken me however many years. So yeah, I had a good look around the seatbelt and I couldn't see any creasing or anything, and I was just so confused as to why this seatbelt is jammed. It didn't really answer any of my questions. But I just carried on taking it all out anyway. So that is the two 8mm bolts, and then you'll need to release it from the seat. So there is a little T10, I believe, screw right at the front of the seat, and then all you need to do is just pop a little something in there. That just pops straight out, and that is your seatbelt released. I know people are going to say that the seatbelt needs to be in its original position for it to retract, and I get that, but it wasn't retracting in its original position, so that's why I've taken it out. As you can see, it still wasn't working. I did try and take the seatbelt apart to try and get to the mechanism, and I completely broke it. So that's the end of that. So I'm ending the video on a high, in a sense that I've broke the seatbelt. Completely broken it. So I'm going to order a new one. It's about 150 quid for a new seatbelt, which is a bit of an L, but we need to remember that so far this car has cost me nothing to fix, because that door is sorted now and it's not cost me anything. So in the grand scheme of things, a couple £100 is not really a big deal, is it? So I'm going to order a new one, and when that arrives we'll get that fitted. At the same time, when that's fitted, we will get this disgusting vile interior clean, and that will be another video, and then that will be this car done, get it sold, on to the next.